So hello guys, my name is Nishad Kadam and welcome to my channel, and in this particular video we'll be taking a look at different ways to use the print function in Python. Okay, so first of all, this is the very basic and very easy way to use a print function in Python. Okay, I've included this because I wanted to show you that this will be also running without any error, and this will be also running without any error, because this is basically a string in Python. So anything between this triple quote is also considered a string, and anything between this triple single quote, anything between this triple double quote will be also considered a string in Python. Okay, so if you are not sure, you can create a variable and assign a string to it, and while specifying the string you can use this triple double quote. So now you can see that the data type of this variable a is also still a string. Okay, so this all are string in Python and they will be printed on the terminal over here using this print function. Similarly, if you want to specify or if you want to print a integer, you can directly specify an integer over here. If you want to print a float, you can directly specify a float over here. Okay, so this is the first and the very easy way to print in Python. Okay, so now let's say if you want to print the values that you have assigned to a particular variable in Python, then you will be using this format over here. You have to just specify the variables inside of this print function, and if there are more than one variables, you have to separate it with the help of a comma. Okay, so if I run this program, you can see that this Nishad and 10 are getting printed. Okay, and I can also specify a string and then the two variables, and there is no compulsion that this string should be always present as the first argument to this print function. I can use it anywhere. So if you want to print the values that you have assigned to a particular variables, okay, then you have to use this syntax over here. Okay, so now if you run this program, you can see that this a is and this a, that is Nishad. Okay, these are separated with the help of a space over here, right? These are separated with the help of a space. So these are different arguments given to the print function, that this and so on. So they are separated with the help of a space. So now let's say if you want to separate it with the help of a double dollar, then you have to use this sep keyword. Okay, this sep is short form for separator. So if you want to separate it with a double dollar, then you have to do this. Okay, so always remember that the value here should always be a string. So I can do this. Okay, I can do this 1 1, and if I run this program, now you can see that all the arguments given to the print function are separated with the help of this 1 1. Okay, so if you want to separate it with a particular value other than the space, then you have to use this separator keyword. Okay, so another way to print the value assigned to a particular variable is by, okay, let me save my program and let me run it quickly to show you the output of this program over here. If I run it, you can see that this is the output over here basically. So the another way to print the values assigned to a particular variable is by using this f string. What you do is, inside of this parenthesis of the print function, you write this f and the string that you want to print. Okay, so this will be printed, and what you will do is that wherever you want to print the value of a variable, you will use this curly braces, and inside of the curly braces you will give the name of the variable. Okay, so here Nishad will be getting printed, and here 1 2 3 will be getting printed. Okay, so you can see that this string or this whole string will be getting printed. Okay, and wherever I have done this, the particular value of that particular variable is getting printed. So here Nishad is getting printed, and here 1 2 3 is getting printed. Okay, I can perform also operations on this variable over here. I can add, or I can, this is a string function. This upper, it basically converts all the lowercase letters to uppercase letter. Okay, so this operations will be performed first, and then this string will be getting printed. So here this addition operation is performed first, and this converting the letters to uppercase is performed first, and then this whole string will be getting printed. Okay, so here we have substituted the values, right? Or here we have put in the variable names. I can directly put the values over here. So I can directly put a string over here. I can directly put a tuple, as in this case. I can directly put a list over here. I can directly put a integer number over here. And if I put let's say multiple values separated by comma, then they will be printed in this format over here. Okay, so the another way is using this f string. The another way to use a print function is by using this f string. Okay, so another way, if you want to print the values assigned to a particular variable, is by using this format function. Okay, so here what we will do, that here first of all we will write the string that we want to print on the terminal. Okay, and wherever we want to have the values of the variables, we will be putting this curly braces over there. Okay, and after the string has ended, we will use this syntax, that is dot format, and this is a function, right? And what we will be passing to this function, we will be passing the arguments as the variables that we want to print. Okay, so this variables that we want to print will be passed as an argument to this function. And now what will happen is, see, this value of a will be put over here. Okay, the value of b will be put over here, and let's say if I specify another variable, let's say c, and let me give it a value as sj, and so I have to then give this variable to this function as an argument. Okay, so if I save it, okay, and if I run my program now, you can see that this value of a will be put over here, value of b will be put over here, that is 1 2 3, you can see that over here, and this value of c, that is hj, will be put over here. And you have to always remember that the number of arguments and this number of curly braces, okay, should be the same, otherwise we will be getting an error. Okay, so this is one way to use a format function. Okay, so another way to use a format function is that you can consider that this a is present on the 0 position. Okay, this b is present on the 1 position. Okay, just like in list, the indexing of the list starts from 0, right? So the value which is first in the list is always at the 0 position, the next value is at 1 position. So you can consider it here also. So this a is at 0 position and this b is at 1 position. Okay, so if I do this, if I write this 1 between the curly braces, what will happen is that the value of b, which is at 1 position, will be put over here, and the value of, so here I have specified 0, right? So the value of variable, or the value of variable that is present at 0 position, so at 0 position a is present. So what is the value of a? This Nishad, right? So here basically b, value of b, that is 1 2 3 will be getting printed, and here the value of a, that is Nishad, will be getting printed. Okay, so you can see the output over here. So this is another way of using the format function. Okay, so these were all the positional arguments, right? Similarly, you can use keyword arguments over here, and what we have to simply do is you have to just put the keys in this curly braces over here, and the value that we have assigned to that key, here we have assigned a, right? So value of this a is Nishad, so this Nishad will be getting stored or will be put over here, and then the string will be printed. Okay, and so now the last way to use this print function is by using this syntax over here. Okay, so you must have seen this in the C language, that these are format specifiers. Okay, so if I do this, okay, so what will happen is, this is a float number, right? So if I want to print a float number, I'll be using a %f. If I want to print an integer, that is this 3 in this case, I'll be using the %d. If I want to print a string, okay, I'll be using this %s. So here what will happen is that this float number will be put over here, this integer number will be put over here, and this string will be put over here. Okay, so if I run this program, you can see that this 0.879 is getting printed over here, and this 3 is getting printed over here, that is this, and you can see that this Nishad string is also getting printed. Okay, so now let's say if you want to print only 3 numbers after this decimal. Okay, so this is the decimal point, and if you want to print only 3 numbers after this decimal, so what we'll do, I'll write this % dot, specify the number of elements that I want to see after the decimal. So in this case there is 3. Okay, so if I run this program, and then you can see that only 3 numbers after the decimal will be getting printed. Okay, and it has also done the rounding off for us. So this 6 is basically greater than 5, right? So it will convert this 3 to 4. Okay, so if you want to specify, or if you want to specify that after a decimal only 3 number or only 4 numbers should be getting printed, then you can use this syntax over here, that is dot followed by the number of items that you want to see after decimal. Okay, so these are few more examples of using print function in this way. And you should always also remember that the number of values that you have specified over here and this format specifier that you have specified over here, their number should match. Okay, then if it doesn't match, then you will be getting an error. So here I have specified 3 values, right? So there should be 3%d. Okay, so if I run this program, this will be the output of my program. Okay, so that's it for this video guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you are liking my video, please hit a like and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys, thank you so much.